Winston was desperately looking for an opportunity to escalate the war. Charles de Gaulle had even found him in his garden, shaking his fist at the sky, screaming, "Why won't you come?" His opportunity came, however, on the 24th of August 1940, when the Germans missed one of their targets, an oil refinery near London. No one was killed, but Churchill had his pretext. He caused a storm, claiming the evil Germans had targeted British cities, and he sent for a, quote, savage attack on Berlin immediately. The target was to be civilians. 100 British bombers set off for Berlin that night and caused havoc in the first targeted civilian bombing between the British and the Germans. Hitler didn't respond. For weeks, the terror bombing of German cities continued. Night after night, planes would set off from England and deliberately target German cities and, most importantly, civilians. Hitler still did not respond.
I told him we will have the opportunity to attack London. And he said, stop it, stop it. I don't want to hear this. The whole attack on England is against my opinion, against my willing. I could stop it. The English population is of such high class, and they are so similar to the Germans that I hate to fight England.
Ultimately, however, this charade could not go on forever. For months, he had ignored those like Hermann Goering who wanted to smash British cities. Now, though, he had no choice. Germany began to respond, and so the Blitz began. The story of the stoic British people dealing with their hardships in a professional manner is no myth, and this is what the people did. The British people had not done anything wrong, and for all they knew, Hitler really was just attacking their cities in an evil quest to conquer the world. After all, this is what Churchill and those pulling his strings, propaganda machine, was telling them. The ugly truth comes out, however, when we discover how Winston Churchill made these people so stoic. If bombs are landing on your head, you need to feel like your nation is doing something to defend you. But in 1940, such technology was unreliable, and as former PM Stanley Baldwin put it, the bomber always gets through. To deal with this problem, and to give the appearance of fighting back, Winston Churchill ordered naval guns and other ineffective weapons to be set up around major cities undergoing bombing, and to fire into the sky at the aircraft. There was one problem, however. These guns didn't work, and Churchill knew it. These were not anti-aircraft guns. The end result was that most of these shells simply came right back down to earth, and almost none hit the planes. When all was said and done, around half of the British civilian casualties during the Blitz were in fact inflicted by their own side dropping massive shells on their head, purely for appearance's sake. Churchill couldn't care less. The British people rallied around him, and for all they knew, this was the Germans. But in reality, their own Prime Minister was butchering them for his own personal gain.